Thousands of drivers think they could outrun the police, but within minutes, most discover it's nothing like the movies. Because modern police technology has made escaping harder than ever, and the last tool on this list changes everything. Many believe that police only drive the generic vehicles, such as the Ford Explorer and Crown Vic, but I'm here to tell you, they're completely wrong. As hard as it is to believe, there are police cars capable of keeping up with high-performance vehicles, such as this police car you wouldn't believe existed. Yes, that is right, a Ford Mustang. Not only is it a standard Mustang, it's a GT Performance with a V8 engine producing more than 480 horsepower. And if you don't believe me, look how well it kept up against this high-performance vehicle.
We're 20 west, it's 114 on primary. It's a white Chrysler 300.
Even on straight highways, these new police vehicles can keep up with an SRT Chrysler. But even if you somehow still outrun the police on the ground, that's still not the biggest problem you'd be facing. Because eventually, your competition isn't only against units on the ground, it's also in the sky. Look at how effective it was in assisting officers to track down a Hellcat they couldn't keep up with on the ground.
APD features a GSP. I'm behind it. That's definitely the car.
He's getting the unit monitoring this frequency of Harper and Hopkins and Adair.
Alright, if you're marked, back off.
Is there a unit pop?
Here, guys.
Still west on Log Haven, coming up to West Simon. Still westbound.
With eyes in the sky, units on the ground were able to catch up to the Hellcat and bring him to a stop. But let's say somehow the only thing against you was the helicopter. No patrol cars close behind, no officers catching up, just the aircraft overhead. You'd probably think you've still got a chance. Well, not really. Because that helicopter isn't just watching you, it's helping officers on the ground prepare for exactly where you're going next. And that usually means you're heading straight towards one of the most effective pursuit-ending tactics police have: spike strips. It's exactly what it sounds like. A spike strip is a long portable device lined with sharp metal spikes designed to do one thing: puncture a vehicle's tires the moment it drives over it. Have a look at how effective it is. The officer was able to take it out of his vehicle in seconds to not waste time.
White car?
Just look at how effective that was. The tires instantly deflated. However, in recent years, some drivers have become more aggressive, sometimes even attempting to ram officers while spike strips are being deployed, turning a controlled tactic into a dangerous situation. But if you think that's enough to stop police from disabling a fleeing vehicle, think again. Since around 2018, some law enforcement agencies have started using a different approach: the bumper grappler. The grappler is certainly one of the most innovative ways police can bring a pursuit to an end. Instead of relying on puncturing tires or forcing a vehicle to spin out, officers can bring a fleeing car to a controlled stop while staying in complete control. Just have a look at how they were able to stop this truck in seconds.
He's running from me southbound I-25 from 84th.
Copy, also on the highway, section I-25 from 84th. Will you confirm that plate you cut out? I got voice over.
As soon as the grappler made contact with the vehicle's tire, it was game over. But despite how advanced it looks, it still has one major limitation. It requires a police car to get close enough to deploy it. And what if officers didn't have to stay close at all? What if they could let a suspect drive away while knowing exactly where they were the entire time? So far, every tactic we've looked at has one thing in common. They all rely on stopping the vehicle while the pursuit is still happening. But what if police didn't have to stop you at all? What if they wanted you to think you'd escaped? As unbelievable as that sounds, that's exactly what the next piece of technology was designed to do. Although a helicopter can often track a suspect from the air, it has its own limitations, making this device revolutionary for modern-day policing. Perhaps the most ingenious pursuit technology in use today is something called the Star Chase GPS. It's a mounted device located on the front of a police cruiser, but you won't believe how effective it is. Officers don't need to manually attach it on a fleeing vehicle. It shoots itself as a projectile and sticks itself on. But if you think you could still outrun the police after looking at their tech, then let me know how you'd do it in the comments.